Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what the fuck is going on? It is your boy, SwiggitySwarker. What is up? It is I, the great Autismo. And today, ladies and gentlemen, today we are, we're getting right back into it. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, let's go ahead, without further ado, get right into it. Can't put more points into a skill. Drugs raise learning caps. Drugs are bad. I forgot where I left off. All right, so this is the beginning of day 2. Already, very exciting. Let's go get our boy. He must be downstairs. Let's go speak to this woman.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
So nothing new there. Unfortunately, I will not get to make fuck with her right now. Or ever, maybe. So I bought new glasses, ladies and gentlemen. I got some money from my editing side business. What is going on here? Where's Kitsuragi over there? Is he over there? No, he's over here. Oh, the old woman! Hello! Good heavens, hello, ma'am. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Kitsuragi. What's up, Kim? He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean by rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
This game's my shit. Dude, Rulers, it is a fantastic game. I have... I took 7 hours to beat day 1. 7 real-life hours of stream. Like 3 streams to beat day 1. This game is fantastic, but goddamn, there's a lot going on. Also, interesting stuff. Let me check this out real quick. Let me pull this up on Twitter right now. There's something going on with one of the Disco Elysium writers. Disco Elysium. God damn it, 01! Welcome to the crap crew. Where is this? Here it is. Check this out. One of the main Disco Elysium writers is broke. Like, flat broke. I don't know how this happened. I don't know anything else other than this. This is all I've seen. But this is fascinating. Breakdown of expenses. 80,000 euro estimated minimum legal costs to defend Argo and Dora in high court throughout. What? 20,000 pounds to cover expenses from the past 2 months, including accrued legal fees, overdue bills, and debts, towing, transit engine rebuild, rent. How the money will be spent. Legal fees, rent, utilities, etc., critical expenses. Any funds raised or left over the eventual cost will go towards building a new legal claim to restore ownership of Elysium IP to its original creative world builders, who never signed away rights to the characters and narratives predating the game studio and even its predecessor, the small cultural movement with a seagull on our black flag. Rabbit hole? Okay. So some shit's going down. If you if you want to look into it, damn, this is some good art, dude. Damn. Anyways, there's a shit ton of shit going down. If you want to look into it, feel free to Google it. I'm sure it is quite the rabbit hole to get lost into. Anyway, let's get back to the game here. Sorry, I thought that was interesting enough to bring up because that is vaguely relevant to what we're discussing. This reminds me of the fact that Shivers or some game doesn't exist because the IP got bought and the company that bought it went bankrupt. Well, it's just one of those things.
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
So why do we need to talk to them, Kim?
Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Scratches, not Shivers. Well, what is Scratches? Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Hold on, I gotta turn streamer mode back on. I completely forgot that I turned it off. So I don't get Discord notifications that interrupt the stream.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
It's point and click and actually go to it. I'll look into it. I'm having a good time with this.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Okay.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do.
Oh.
We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Okay.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
All right. Let's talk to everyone first. Hello, madam.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Well, howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Well, I have made many calls
Faint
before.
smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
So why'd you use the phone anyway? Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and
so
I
itchy.
haven't heard from them.
Why am I so fucking itchy?
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll buy it. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
I think you misspelled sweetie.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Did they go to a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
Unfortunately so, madam.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Fascinating.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
I've already given my word. I'm honor-bound to uphold it.
If you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
Apparently that's what it has to do with bugs.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
Could you tell me about one, just one, interesting cryptid?
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Cryptid extravaganza. I don't like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Gosh, Kim's being kind of a dick right now, dude.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
What is the biggest cryptid?
That would be the giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Wait, what do you mean by strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
And just how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
Hooey. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Which Disco Elysium cryptid are you? Oh, we're absolutely doing that later today. We're doing that at the end of the stream. Hell yeah.
This is great shit. You need more.
I'm opening this on a separate tab.
Gravity anomaly. Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
What's the tiniest cryptid then?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Right, okay, we can move on for now. It would be dishonorable to renege on the promise, after all.
He nods approvingly.
You don't notice this about me, but actually, I have lost all memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Surely things can't be that bad?
You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say.
Things aren't bad. They're catastrophic.
You know where we are, right?
Oh, we're in the Whirling in Rags cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the whirling itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't really know anything about Revachol.
Oh my, how would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
She's such a granny.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s. Or 50s? I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51 and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now. Outside, spring rain seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, and into grated storm drains, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom.
I gotta say, I really do like the Shivers introductions. Like, all these random interjections. They're very interesting.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Cop. We're living under the cop regime. Some kind of a democracy, maybe?
No, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional
Fucking
sense.
politics.
The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Okay.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So, how did I do?
You didn't do very well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
All right.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters? Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer.
Kim, when did you get to be such an asshole? You were so nice on the first day.
Of course. Then, I don't know, someone rich maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while.
Well, that's all for now, ma'am. Let's talk to this guy. What's up?
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you wasting my time and yours?
Oh, fine. Goodbye. Oh, this guy. Let's go outside and take a look at things. Is this what I think it is?
Let me handle this.
Ah.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all of this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What are you gonna do to me?
What are we going to do to you?
Why did you say that? Did you forget you're a cop? Again?
Yes.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
That's a shame.
Goddamn right it is.
I've been a bad boy. I need to be put in my place.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
I should talk to Titus then. Anyway. Let's go check out this body real quick. See if anything's happened to it yet. I'm gonna say no. Good morning, kids. How are you?
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig! Try not to knock yourself out.
I've come to ask questions. I still have a case to solve.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
I think I already asked this before.
Fucking war pig!
You're a cool dude. Let's just bury the hatchet, okay?
Cool what? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think you broke his brain when you fucked him up, Kuno.
Oh, it's snowy outside.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
Let's rip some tar, Kuno.
Put it away. The information here isn't worth it.
Back off, fuck eyes. Kuno is a man. Kuno can smoke if he wants.
The lieutenant doesn't like this. It may be less destructive to your working relationship to just come back alone later.
You're right. I shouldn't give smokes to a kid.
Fuck you too, piggo. Fuck you and your four-eyed friend. Thought you wanted to make this right with Kuno?
Whatever then.
What are you doing?
I need to make a truce with Kuno. Offer him something.
No, you really don't. That is a 12-year-old boy. His opinion of you doesn't matter.
You don't fucking matter, buck imp.
I'm still gonna mark it down as something I needed to do.
But why? You're turning this into a huge thing.
In punching, someone always ends up being someone's bitch. Don't you know anything about male power structures, Kim? It's just very hard for me to let things go. I know it doesn't matter, but I need to make this right.
Okay. If you absolutely need to. But right now, let's move out.
Okay. Can I check on this yet? You would think I would fucking get this one of these days.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Fine. Guess I can't do anything there. So I do remember I need to go back and talk to that sexy guy up there at like 9 p.m. or something. Later today, towards tonight. I have a number of people to discuss things with.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
Okay. See you around in that. Who's this guy? Who are you? That's a woman. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
I'll have a good day then.
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
Kim, what is your problem, dude? This guy. Hello. Shit ain't nothing to me, man. I wonder if I can make a call through the car. You are his problem?
You see a set of
whatever.
steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuse.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to the 41st again, please.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Spells on, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this.
I think this is the same shit as before.
If he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Please refer to me with my last name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally... Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken...
Understood.
Okay, yeah, so we've been through this before.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, you're going to...
10-4, sir. Understood, sir.
That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Close the door. Okay, this is nothing new there. I was thinking maybe I could contact someone, but apparently not. Hello.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Let's keep listening then.
From another planet. Hey there.
I actually love Kuno. I think he's a silly little creature. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Upon days.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were over. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes on you?
Nope, don't smoke.
He says smoking. He says fucking smoking.
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the ask around elsewhere.
Guess I'll ask around then.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird.
Care to spare some change for a working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the other world.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So, nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Laurent Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Can I get one of those found tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Right, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Just be straight with him.
Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade, then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
What do I see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just the jam's got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
I'm good for now. Good talk. See you around, buddy.
Don't be a stranger.
All right. Autosave jump scare. Still need to find out who's trafficking those drugs. And frankly, I think I'm going to do that first and then come back and handle the main investigation. Excuse me, fat man. Fat
Looking
racist
for
man.
Something?
You're a lawyer man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
Fascinating.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they're making alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Must have other communers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know anything what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Boys, huh?
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running the drugs through Terminal B? I know you said you wouldn't say anything, but, you know, it's a dialogue option, and I gotta choose it, so...
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves.
Car?
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit, then.
Guess so.
Well, we're done for now. And I've got a level up. I have no clue what I want to level here. I guess we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it at the next check. That requires a level of some sort. What is this? Boys probably stored fuel in here. Now they store booze. I see. Alright, well, I guess we need to go south. To the Wouter. Sealang. Don't know where he could be. I also don't know who he could be. Are you him? Probably not. What are you guys up to? You old farts.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are. The last time you ate must have been, God knows when, aeons ago. Probably when you were still a child.
Please, man, can I just have a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Please, friend, let's just share it.
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Convince Gaston to relinquish his sandwich.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
I'm already tripping knee-deep in politics, baby.
You really do. Now, unleash the fury.
Your blood sandwich is a tool of the oppressors, designed to keep... These options seem awfully fascist or communist. What if I don't want to say them?
Say one of these fascist or communist things, or fuck off. Whoa, easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
Back to police mode.
All right. Let's hear them, officer.
Bye for now. I gotta find this drug guy. This is very important to me. Don't know if he's over this way or not. This Xiliang character. I just don't think there's much else to do over this way. Is the funny woman still here? Hello? Excuse me, madam. How art thou?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lawman at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioneers you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour.
Okay.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Okay, well, thank you. I guess. All for now. I spoke to the ones at the roundabout. I don't know if there's any more there. I didn't see any more. But I suppose there's probably something I've missed. Just need to talk to that one guy anyway. Don't know if there's much on this side in the way of things I can do.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air.
What?
And there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Let's use Mignana's key to unlock the door. I forgot that I had taken this quest.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
Well, I mean, what am I gonna do? Not go in? A person's house. And look, some money. Or drugs. I thought it was money. I was wrong. I don't really need magnesium right now, so I won't take anything. Guess you're staying over? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Walking sticks, like the bug? Intersolary dress shirt. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
These racist mugs? Top of the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Let's whip out the yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Interesting.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
Indeed.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
You don't think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Let's move on from the mugs. What kind of shirt do I have right now? Oh. Okay. So this would be an upgrade. This shirt over here. So we will take it. And since we've already taken something, we're going to go ahead and take drugs as well. A little magnesium to soothe the mind. Go ahead and throw that on. There we go. Now we have a nicer bit of, you know. We're gonna put these sunglasses on. These look cooler. I don't know how it's that. I don't know how that's -1 drama. That's literally fucking same kind of glasses that Albert Wesker wears in Resident Evil 5. These are literally the most dramatic glasses I can think of. Oh, another thing I can go and do over there. We've done our job here, so let's just get on with our day. I do still need to find that other guy on the southernmost end. So I guess we're gonna go further south. See if we can't find something. A sewer grate, a gateway to the river of filth. And who is this guy, I wonder? Hello.
You see a Samaran street vendor
There he
surrounded
is.
by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumer's kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some money.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money, now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Because I want you to bribe me. I'm a police officer, remember? That's what you're supposed to do around here.
But officer, bribe you to do what?
I don't think you really understand how bribes work, detective.
Sorry, detective.
Where are you from, Sealing?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
But you're not a local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws.
It's Harry Dubois, right?
Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
So, Silong, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you were embarrassed to tell me?
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole. With ingenuity.
Sinlong, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming! What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Who are you afraid of, Silong?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Dazed out, strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives.
Funky sunglasses?
You deserve it.
I'll look around, thanks. Funky sunglasses.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Let's browse through the box, shall we?
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Let's find something worthwhile.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof.
Very nice.
Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
So real.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
+1 composure, but -1 shivers. I don't know. I like the shivers. I don't want to talk to him. I want these sunglasses
you
he was
see
talking
two
about.
lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
Ooh.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Let's look at the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Today, my organic chemistry professor told us about how easy it would be to turn plastic bags into alcohol and called it Walmart moonshine. I wonder how he knows that.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool.
What is up, my
Only
gumper
50
gumper
real.
gumper 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 gump.
Only? That's madness.
Only 50 real. These are some pretty cool shoes, but I do not have that kind of money. Like, at all. What's up with these speakers?
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Because he knows of what plastic is made of and how to make it into ethanol. Okay, sure. But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Can't I just buy the sad conquered Sumerian speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
Sure you can.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. You mentioned glasses. Ah, glasses. Very nice.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
Lo-fi socialist junk was my nickname in college.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Let's try the shades on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Do I?
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
Interesting.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like the sunglasses.
No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interfere?
Thank you.
The lieutenant's reverse psychology for Betty doesn't work on you. If you want to look like a mega secret midlife crisis, that's your choice.
Let's rummage through the box, though.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Fun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Let's try to find some interesting sunglasses in the box.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Okay.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
I don't know. I think I'll take the visor.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Very nice. Boom. This is drip. Where's the frog? Where the fuck is the frog? I want the shitty little frog eyes on my thing, man. Fuck. Damn it. Well, I guess now is the time that I go speak to that weird, freaky lady. See if I don't notice anything. I should also put this point somewhere. We could put it into rhetoric. That would be good. To have another point in. Sure, why not? Let's level up rhetoric. Rhetoric. Let's level up rhetoric. Sounds like a good thing to have. Going the wrong way. Whoops. Hello? Freaky lady? Are you still here? Oh good, she is. I'm so glad the doctor is in. Hello, freaky lady.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Freaky lady.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
No response wherever this woman is.
Wrong button.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jilted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
I was actually hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Where else would you be then? When else would you be then?
Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel?
This is Gabriel Buendero.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lawman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young.
Someone was.
Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She said Kharife, but I thought she said Hierophant for a second, like the card. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds? Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband, then?
Then it's contraband, Lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Hey, what's up, man? Girly Pop's an autofile? Apparently. Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maygrit, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Once again, I turn my head and have no fucking clue what is being said. Hey, that rhymes. I think I'll get banned from Twitch if I complain about French again. No. It's just gonna block you in my chat until I release you from the crimes of your horrible ways of speaking. Give me a little treat. What's up, Red the Demon? 3033. What's going on?
What if To truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream.
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
What? So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul. That's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I needed to know, thanks.
Oh, Sim.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
Before I came, you seemed... away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Come on, he thinks. She's not the lady driver.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He's worried, but not for her. For you. What is it about this woman? If she's not connected to anything?
This is in fact Father of the Year 2. Indeed. Starring David Spade. Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
Just saw the PTSD on your face when I mentioned that movie. Why? I don't have any fucking birds. I'm something an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
We're gonna get my hands on an experience like that.
If you don't know...
Okay. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
Why would I want to do that?
For the glory of the World Republic, liberation of the spirit and body.
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman?
Drugs?
No, Lowman. Diamonds.
Damn this. Make her answer.
I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Weird, freaky asshole woman. So there is someone I'm missing. Some female lorry driver. Oops, wrong button. Steam jump scare. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Missing a female lorry driver. Huh. Perhaps I could ask around for such a person. But we do need to let these guys know that our job is done. Pale driver is Fave.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That weasel I visited, turns out he was one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. Well, my job here is done. Colonial mug collection is crazy. It is what it is. Excuse me, sir. Are you do you know where the
Still
lady
here.
driver is?
Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Why, do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part. Not trickery.
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
I understand exactly what you mean, my good sir.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
What did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
Wait a minute. I think he's talking about the chick we met last time at the other hotel-ish place.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
The one who's throwing the red paint around.
I don't believe you.
Believe us, it really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching, it's just a few questions.
It's snitching, man. I know what it is.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
Ah. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy. Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye world of men, money, and machines.
Fine. I'll drop it for now.
Thank you, friend. Wow. This makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
That's all for now. Bye. I think I know who he's talking about already. I did meet someone who matches that description up here. And she was looking pretty negatively at this woman who asked us to find the drug trafficker. So all these things are lining up. What the hell is that? Okay. I read the word Wednesday, I thought. I must have misread. I should make sure there's nothing special about the day Wednesday.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lawyer at the roundabout.
Word has travelled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
You knew someone... no. We've talked about everything. That's all for now. I'm gonna check around and see if I can't still see her, the girl through the paint. Oh, wait. No, is that her? Shit, I think that's her. Let's go upstairs and find out. Balcony. Hello.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Was that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool, I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Catch you later, Cindy. Damn. Okay. I guess I am gonna have to talk to some other lorry drivers about some shit. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Can't be helped. Let's go take care of business then. I think I have delayed those men long enough. Oops. I've certainly, established my authority. Very interesting. We need to get this body removed, first and foremost. I want those boots. They would be very nice to have. If for no reason other than drip. Also, I need new shoes. Those other shoes were like $50. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford that shit. Money! Nice. Epic grave robbing moment. Indeed.
This is where you say your bit.
Okay.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Alright.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Don't say anything.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross my arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. First, we need to talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in general.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Lol penis. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yeah, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Uh-huh. So you just confessed to murder.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
You murdered him, just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Nah, it's alright, Bird. We had a little incident. I died. But we do have We do have an arm for you, so when you do get on, we can cut yours off and replace it. I thought she did.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it.
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was Special Forces?
'Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Wow.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake, the fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming.
Well, the good thing is they already killed him, so.
"Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, well then, who did he? I mean, this is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I'm gonna ask one more time. Who did the man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment? If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Wasn't he a trained killer from Orkney's Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Actually,
bam.
They're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure?
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Alright, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
So, I guess, what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count here. Just wait.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy Boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Got it.
Good. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard, on the crime scene. See if they fit this bunch.
Establish authority.
Establish authority.
Damn.
Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Hold on. Kim? I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
Everybody calm down. This is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Trust me, Kim. I am merely flesh.
Merely what?
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
He unholsters and gives you his firearm. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny toy.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
Behold, I put the barrel in my mouth.
What are you doing?
The short, cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron and hell.
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
I'm not fucking this case up. You will respect me.
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Yeah, cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun now.
These are my thoughts. This is my head.
What in the name of motherfuck?
The fuck is he saying?
Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
You better be ready to fucking respect me in 5, 4, 3.
He's not gonna off himself. Come on.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
2, 1. Do it. Get this one thing right. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still spin this as some kind of tactic.
Bratan, we can't have any fun if you kill yourself. Painting the booth red with your brain sounds like a real blast now. But what about later? There'll be nothing.
I fucking forgot about the necktie, dude. Jesus Christ. Alright, fine. The necktie makes up a good argument.
Thank you. Nothing to worry about here, people. My partner likes to play these jokes. He's what you call dark.
He is infinitely grateful to have that gun back on his belt right now.
Dark? What the fuck was that, you carnies? We haven't seen RCM in 4 years, and this shows up?
God, my left elbow is killing me.
I knew he wasn't gonna do it, though. I knew he'd pussy out.
No. I still have my money on him. Sooner or later, he has that look.
The fucking whore left me, I know it.
Do not think your failed suicide attempt will win you any pity from these men. Do not expect them to forget it soon either.
Again, it was a dark joke. Maybe we should go for a little walk, Joker, before we continue. Jogging around seems to have a positive effect on you.
I agree.
Yes. Get the serotonin running. Keeps those bad thoughts away.
I'm gonna take off now. Well, that was strange.
Sounds like you're the suicide cop, with his finger on the eject button, ready to let go of this life.
Dude, hell yeah.
But guess what? You idiot. You don't have a gun or any bullets. What is this? You're not ready to die. This is garbage. It would be the honorable thing to do. It would really show them. Show her, too.
No, it's a sign that I want to live. Suicide Cop does have a ring to it. I should think about it, but only live. Nah, I think I want to live.
Fine. Keep up the charade another day. This could have been so liberating, but you cling to the case, to your partner, to the world. It's pitiful.
Suicide Cop in theaters Friday. Hello, Kim. Oops.
What in the name of hell was that supposed to be? The theatrical suicide attempt. We need to talk about it.
Do we have to? It was a cry for help.
Yes. Well, I was able to recontextualize it as a dark joke. I will not be able to recontextualize it the next time. I understand you sometimes employ extreme interrogation tactics, but I want you to understand that was too extreme. We can't have RCM officers going around putting guns in their mouths. We can't afford to have that image. Few institutions can.
I'm sorry I put you in this position.
No need to apologize. Just keep your gun out of your mouth and we'll be alright. Let's move.
Alright. We have some footprints to check out in the backyard. Don't know what else, though. Map. Cargo container door I can redo. Footprints in the dust. Should be a little easier now. Who is this? I wonder if I can get up there. Talk to her. Talk to her!
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Get an exact count.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right. The Hardy Boys in the mess hall of Whirling in Rags.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head.
Interesting.
Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
Continue counting.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
What else?
5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
I should have gotten this earlier.
Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty.
Got the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
And the last one?
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8, actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man? A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
You have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Interesting. If only I had come up with that idea.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
Old soul or old
We should
soul?
keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. Light step, number 41 shoe.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
Yes.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200? This could be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
You're right, the fat guy from the booth was carrying the victim.
Possibly, yes.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed,
covered that.
They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy boys.
Let him have his moment of joy.
There's one pair missing from the Union box. The 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our odd soul.
So, the odd soul was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now.
Yes. I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the odd soul.
Indeed. Well, we've been through all of it. Fascinating. Gotta keep that in mind. How do I get up here? Perhaps that's where that door leads. The one in the kitchen. Hello, good sir.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
I don't need anything else. Stay masculine. I wonder if I have a way to get to this door.
A heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
There's a key or something somewhere. Hello.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Nothing new there. Presumably there won't be. So now we have a missing 8th Hardy boy. We need to learn about this female driver. She is probably the best I'm gonna get out of anything, so we're gonna push that first.
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Let me see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern. The wind howls over the Bay of Revachol, a cascade of cold air flowing through the city streets. Those same streets have left their share of scuff marks, on the underside of your green snakeskin shoes.
What's up with your soles?
It's Revachol.
Where did you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
But why?
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
You understand you're stomping on Revachol every day, don't you?
No, it's not like that. You don't get it. It's when I kick them, you know? Oh, fuck it. It's too complex for you.
And now you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Sealing didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Okay.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We're not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Make him tell you what he knows.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Peony's nuts!
Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. You understand?
Fucking homo cop. Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Alright, I'm going. Indeed. We handled that quite well, I think, Kim. Hello, sir.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Looks like too much trouble for my taste. I thought I could ask him about his shoes. Apparently not. Green, green, green. Is this it? Or is this it? This is it. Hello.
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Let's peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
How are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Fuck it.
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
I'm sorry. Psh. Fuck the police.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Apparently I'm the biggest communist builder somehow.
Subtle.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Let's check out this toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
What's in here?
It's an issue of Periphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Let's see this
It
note.
looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
I have a similar reaction when I see math myself.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Sobbing over long division.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Is there anything we could do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Fascinating.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Interesting.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Hold on. Wait a second. There's some shit here. At the very beginning of the game, I met a woman who, after a long conversation and me embarrassing myself, said, "It's nice to meet you. This is a good talk. It won't be so nice the next time you have to ask me some questions." The Hardy Boys said that the guy they hung up had raped a woman. And that they were, like, really, like, protective over it. Which is, you know, not totally unusual. But we're missing an 8th Hardy Boy. With a fucked up shoe. Like, one shoe that's, like, really worn down. And now, in this woman's car, in the car of a woman who is a very strong, self-reliant sort of chick. You know, the one that is freaking all these other people out. Someone who could fit the type of personality of being in a Hardy Boy sort of group. Has in her truck the pedal where, you know, their left shoe would be going. Sandpaper glued to it for extra grip. Which, why would they need that if not for the fact that the shoe is completely worn down? Effectively, what I'm getting at here is that all of these people are the same person. And that all of these plot points align together to be one thing. Now, the question I have is, why? And I guess we're going to find out. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks.
Sorry, left.
Connect it to yourself.
Whatever. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Women. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept this drug trade a secret.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
God forbid a woman have hobbies. Seriously.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air. He closed the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
So, and I don't know if the woman at the very beginning of the game is the same person we're looking for. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the 8th Hardy Boy lorry driver. But, something about her has puzzled me and rubbed me the wrong way since I met her initially. Like, just that final thing she says to you before she leaves, where she's like, "I hope we never speak again," type thing. It has me incredibly interested to speak with her again. I'm absolutely fascinated to see where this goes. What's up, Kim?
Alright, we're finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. And it has already been theorized that she may be a lesbian.
Yes, well,
Unimportant.
Yeah, unimportant, probably. So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Okay.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay. Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Thank you, Kim. Truly fascinating. All these leads lining up together. But I guess we do not truly know where this will end until it does. Either way, we have a lot of different things slowly tying together. And I want to know who that woman on the roof is. Who is this? Who is that? Maybe it's the person we're looking for. Oh. Hey, what's up, buddy?
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. But, is she in trouble?
There's gonna be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes, anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Why Tommy Lom?
Tommy Lom was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
I agree.
It's more him.
Good luck with that, Tommy. Gotta run.
Yeah, you too. Be safe, detective.
Thank you. Very cool. Oh, soldier boy.
Look, the insane police officer is back.
Howdy.
The small man mimes, blowing his brains out. You see his rat face contorted in mock despair, his fingers touching his temple. There's laughter in the room. Try not to kill yourself this time.
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy Boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Well, unfortunately for the both of us, I already have done some digging.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Establish authority again!
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
Let's try this again. Give me your gun. That's it? That's all I got?
Well, the rest of that Nancy stuff was really just there to make the gun thing more appealing. But it might work anyway.
None of these are good options, but I guess I'll go with 3 because the gun's not going to work.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
I haven't said anything racist.
Of course you have. You've been calling people kipped left and right, inciting race violence in my town.
Kylie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
I'm not racist. All I care about is Revachol, and it's... Whoa. Okay, not going with that. There's a lie. There's no race rally.
Sure there is. Kylie said they're bulk purchasing confetti, ribbons too, and loudspeakers, and fireworks. Kylie works at the carnival shop, you see.
Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny. There'll be no race rally in my town.
I agree.
What happened? We got absolutely wiped. Let's go before it gets worse.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally. It'll make you look awful.
I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one, Titus.
I guess no more questions.
About fucking time.
Well, guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No, you do the honor. You've earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people.
Boo fucking who? People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Damn.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Establish authority again.
You have so many bad options ruled out. It's insane. There is no way in the world you won't do it this time.
Come on, only getting total garbage here. Please help.
You know what? You guys must be the cops. Because this is what cops do, right?
He's had enough. He's really gonna push their buttons now.
Oh, shit.
Live in a bar, sit on their fat asses like they own the place, while the neighborhood goes to shit. Corpses hang from trees. Kids shoot up.
Hey, we don't have to fucking take this shit.
Glenn.
Everyone shut up!
Titus's loud baritone echoes back from the mess hall walls, and the entire cafeteria falls silent.
Fuck you, man. You didn't see the place before we got here. Fucking graffito everywhere.
Oh, wow, you cleaned up graffiti.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties, while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect.
Absolutely.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due.
I think that's the woman I talked to.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her?
Fuck, I regret that so heavily now.
You told her you want to have.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Miss Arane, disco dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Kaze. I want to do. Cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
God, my morale is so damaged.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
So, what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been
What's up, Teggy?
staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You said you partied. Cool. That's cool. What do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Did you do karaoke?
Yeah, tons of it. All the songs.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
Gotcha.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
So what was the relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
I'm gonna take off now. Well, if it isn't the first thing I've done in this game that I immediately regret.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
She knows I don't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
And I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
She said I'm going to have to interrogate her later, and it's going to suck for me.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up.
It should have. Anything else?
Nothing. Let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Nice. Very cool. I should really level something. Authority would be good. Volition would be better. Alright, ma'am. Finally, we have things to discuss. Oh, look, the room's actually lit this time.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before. This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. You swallow, like you swallowed the last time. Whatever bitter emotion was swimming to the surface then, and now, subsides, submerges, sinks back into you.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Okay, so she's been here a while. Miss Sad all over. Reminds you of your own. Interesting.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Let's look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Look at the medication.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Okay. Oh, Narcan.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Is there anything interesting here?
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Close the cabinet. I will not be taking drugs. I'm trying to get better. You feel something watching you behind the glass. A woman. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Let's run my finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this guilt now?
Whatever it is, it's messing with your concentration.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Thank you, Necktie. I'm glad to have you in my corner. Moving on. Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. A hedgehog ashtray? Good afternoon, ma'am.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop.
Yes!
He's kind of a big deal around here.
You hear that, Kim? I'm a huge deal around here. I'm sad to say I've shifted copotype since we last met each other. I am a different cop now. Martinez is very lucky. Only 1 in 1,000 cops wakes up as the superstar cop.
Wow. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes. You're just one room away.
Were you in...
personal.
Oops. Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
What's your name is for the record?
Clausier Amondou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
Okay, cryptic.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
She takes a drag. What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm.
Bruh.
He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
You're a cop?
No. More stupid. Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
Fair.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
Wouldn't it be, inappropriate to linger?
All things considered, very. Now linger.
What is Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
What is a beauty pageant?
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
What is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you were the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents.
Real?
I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
How'd I know who you told us is his real name, then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
I hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
For me, it's alcoholism, miss.
Cool. I think I'm developing a pinch of that, too. It hasn't done wonders to my taste in interior decoration.
That window is new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check a reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
What are you doing here, in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
Is your character schizo? Yes. These are literally your thoughts and emotions talking to you. And telling you what you're thinking. It's literally thinking out loud. So yeah, your character's basically schizo.
How long have you been staying here?
About
It's a
4
very
months.
interesting game.
I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You're telling... Sorry, I'm having a fucking stroke. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been.
I'm really not.
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
You seem to have, among other things, Preptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
It's all as far as that goes, then.
Very funky.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
That line was way louder than the other ones. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's 1 in the afternoon, actually.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's already afternoon.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below. I love how I pointed that out before the line pointed it out for me.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming, then. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait. Partied. Where have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
What kind of partying? The kind of partying I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I don't know if that was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must be hard, seeing him there.
Oh yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes. I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor, demeaning him, throwing rocks at him.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
Why go through all that trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. And he's still hanging there.
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know... hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She's run out of cigarette. Time to light a new one.
She sees them in each other's arms.
You're in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead. His mouth agape.
She looks into the light green pack of cigarettes and pulls out another one, preparing to light it. I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
The lieutenant says softly.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy? I mean, it seemed to be from the way I spoke with him, but what do you think?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Look her in the eye.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
What is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head.
Avert your eyes.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Good to know. What's up, Kim?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell all of us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
What's this? Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Move your hand, fast!
The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Damn. Well, goodbye. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. Well, let's go downstairs and talk to these boys once again. Maybe they'll have changed their tune by now. Hello, boys. Your story doesn't add up.
It's you again. What is it?
Slow-ass walk animation. Get here already. She says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
I would too. Although, you know, not to this degree.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Cool, thanks, Liz.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
This game is
And
just
that's what makes
unreliable
it
narrator
great.
simulator.
I was just about to say that earlier, but it was in the middle of the whole thing, so I wanted to get to the dialogue. What makes this game so fascinating? A, because it is a very, very interesting detective noir, you know. What also makes it great is how all of the little instruments and characters tie together. the mental things giving you more details than were initially led on. The capo types, like being a communist cop, for instance, all those little minor pathways that intersect, and all of these character stories that all connect back to one. It is incredibly fascinating, and incredibly it's just a fantastic game how all of this shit lines up together in such a perfect way.
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Cards on the table, huh?
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Drugs.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you've bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Okay.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work, then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Okay, so Fat Angus is the one, then.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Nice. Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Okay.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
That's not cool.
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
That's enough for now. I'll get back to the investigation.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
I'm gonna take off now. It's a lot of shit going on here. A lot of things to be covered. So, anything new here?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the Hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Aww.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Could be a model, though.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
He's right, you know. You're very pretty.
The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused.
Maybe we'll talk about this later. All right. So we have to go listen to this tape. We need to report back to Joyce. We need to talk to Everett, who apparently has, you know, a lot of connections to this. In fact, he's the one keeping everything moving smoothly. So maybe there's something to discuss there. A whole bunch of interesting shit happens. We finally got to talk to her, and we'll get to speak to her again later after 9 o'clock without Kim. Also, without Kim, we can give those kids cigarettes to make amends. Very interesting. A whole lot of shit It's getting ready to go down. But we're going to save that all for next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by.